Hello and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. DCD Gaming here. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a fantastic day outside in the real world. It's a lovely day, just as nice and sunny as it is in here. So we're back here at our base after that long day of exploring most of the map for those geysers. All 17 of them. Even though there's only 16 working. But all the coal plants cleared out. I have a lot more to clear out. But, so, the plan as I see it. The plan is to turn this level into a massive, or MAHUSIVE storage system. So I want this level from where I'm standing, or maybe 2 out, extended out as far as this point here, the full width. So I'm looking at from where it is over here. Is it? I think it's 2 more out actually. Is this? Because the restricting factor is this rock here on this side. It is 2 more out. 2 more. 30. It's count 30. Oh, who cares? So is that 30? I can't go 2 more out. I can go 1 more out potentially. Yeah, just chuck on the one here. Can I stand out here and reach down there? Can I? No. There, brings 1 down. Another one stuck on the bottom. I don't mind. I have plenty of concrete to go around. Loads. Loads. Absolutely. Container loads. Really, I have container loads. So it's 2 more out that way, so I have to move. That's 30. So that's 14, 15 there. So this, actually I should have just left that where it was. Alright, so I just placed these down as markers. So this is halfway. Right down the center line here, and what I've done is I'm going to look at extending the actual floor out this way also to make it 30 tiles wide, which means, and the whole way down to the bottom. We'll go down and check the bottom. So as I said, this is going to be my MAHUSIVE storage system, which means I have to clear out all of this yet. Oh, I'm nuts. But I'm thinking of just trying to future-proof my base. So I've cleaned out of bits and pieces here already. So I could easily go out more this way. Add at least 4 or 5 more blocks, 4 or 5 more squares. So that could go out a bit more as well. And so what I'll do first of all is I will clear out this floor so it's completely and utterly blank again. Oh, I remember that episode when I first built this. I was like, this is so much space, so much to build. Now I'm back to square one again. Clear it out. So I'll see you in a second when I've all of this cleared. Ta-da! All cleared. One pointer, major pointer I have for anybody who's looking at clearing a lot of stuff. Empty your inventory. The last one I cleared out all the coal bunk, the coal generators, the last day. It left a lot of those containers behind, so I had to go around and pick up every single one. Whereas if you had an empty inventory, it'll put it all in the inventory for you. Second thing is, see this nice 5 storage over here? Well, I have 2 of them already full of just junk. Of bits and bobs I picked up from disassembling all of this stuff. Now I have a big idea later on for a smart storage system. It's not going to be this bottom one here, but my idea is that I'll be able to come back from any trip, dump all my inventory that I don't want into a storage box like this one, and it'll take it away and it'll sort it between all of my storage. But that's for another day. Right now, looking at this, the biggest thing with this storage here is seeing how much I can fit in this place. Now, so the restricting factor here for the storage system is actually the belts. So I'll just show you for a second. So, alright, so number 7. Belts per tile can generally fit 3. Just give me a second here, I'll try this another way. So maybe if I try this, so 7. One belt running down the middle. Oh, no. See, generally I don't want them majorly crossing over. Nah, that's great for the bottom row. Then for 8, then if we put them above them, they're slightly crossing. But it generally means you can fit in a lot more within the belt. See, they all basically sit in on top of each other, but they're just edges crossing over. I was thinking of this way because otherwise then you're left with this. So say for example we have 1 here, then you have 2, then you have 3. So if you want them nice and separated and clean, you can only fit 5 for every 2, whereas this one you can fit 3, 2, 4, 6, you can fit 7. Now, with the way I have the roof built here, I'm not changing it, you can actually stack 5 high. So you can have, including the bottom one, so generally, okay, so what I'm looking at here is having a full row of containers. Say for example now this. So it's going to keep coming out this way. So we're just going to have a line of containers the whole way down this way, facing in. So they're going to be fed in from the back. Then all of these are going to come out, and where I find the middle, where I decide to have the middle from here to here, the ones on the right are going to feed out the right. The ones on the left are going to feed out the left. And it's going to be the same for the other side. So down this side of our warehouse here, all the belts are going to feed that way. And then it's going to be opposite this way. Then they're going to run upstairs. So on this level will be the mass storage. On the level directly above this, I'm looking at not a mass storage, but sort of a haphazard, what do you call, maybe a word for it would be for manufacturing. So if I want to set up a manufacturing system here of just any item, so say for example I want to produce extra, I can set it up here, run the belts up from anywhere down the storage, and just build it up here for a certain amount of time, and then disassemble it again. So this floor will be completely blank. Now the only problem with this is I have to raise this floor because I want assemblers to be able to use here also. So that's what this floor, and then directly above this then is going to be my access floor, where I can access my storage. So downstairs is the mass storage. So everything will be stored in bulk. And I mean looking at 4 or 5 of these containers each for each product of everything. Not of the ores, but just of the manufactured products. And then they'll feed up here, and I'll have like a row of smaller containers or the bigger ones that I can pick off. So if I want something, I can come up here and I've got like a gallery of every item I need will be up here. The size of it will all be based on how much I can fit downstairs. So if the game exceeds the size here, if when the full release comes out, if we can still play this save, if the game exceeds it, I'll just have to pick and choose. I'll remove some of the lesser used items, or some of the items that I don't need, and replace it with other ones. But again, I'll be able to access everything from up here on the top floor. So the next thing really here is to see how many containers I can fit down the full length. Now I'm not going out the full width here. I'm going to go to as far as here. So this is going to be the edge of this part of the base. Now we'll have something downstairs, something other, and I'll cover this over and have like an access area here. So really, again, depending on how many we can fit here, will depend on how many I have to elevate up. So as the belts come down from the middle down to here, they're going to split half up this side and half up this side. And they're going to continue the whole way to the top floor on either side, and then run down the outside of the top floor into the containers upstairs. And that's the way I'll feed all the system upstairs. So the very top floor is going to be the same size as this. Or it could be smaller, depending on how it elevates to the top. So this will be the largest floor. This next floor will be the same size as well. And the top floor could be smaller depending on how I want. And then I'm going to have my hub placeable and my space elevator up there. So again, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have to build a full row of these containers and see how many can fit here. So I'll let you join back in when I've all of that done, and then we have to decide how I'm going to divide this up. Now as you can see, I got a full row of the large containers in. 36 in all. So that's leaving 2 full foundation tiles empty at either end. And what I've done here is I've hooked up the first 10. So I'm going to split down the middle, so 18 and 18. 18 on the right, 18 on the left. And so I have to do this system here for all 18 on this side, and then start it for the other side as well. As I say, this is going to be a bulk storage. So at least that's the start anyways. That's 5, 10. I'm going to have 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm going to have a space right down the middle for access for whatever reason. I can be able to get up. The only problem is, you can see this crossover here with the belts. But it's okay. Look at, and there's a bit of crossover here. But I'm allowing that. It's not major. It's not game breaking. It's not really going to change everything. So it's going to be the height is 5 high. So that's 5, that's 10. I'm going to have another 5 here, is 15. And then 3 more here on this side here. And then I'm going to have this large gap down the side here. Now what I am going to have here is I might put a belt either way so I can travel up and down here fast if I want to. Now the next thing is I'm going to have more of these extending out this way. So I'm not sure if it's going to be 3 or 4 long. Now this is going to restrict this one here. So whatever these ones are, what I'll do is I'll just maybe skip one here and put it at the far end. Now as I said, this is going to extend out to about here. So we have loads of space here to have absolutely colossal storage for all the items in the game. And like some of these might even fill the bottom ones. Like, when am I going to have this many containers of supercomputers full? But you never know. They will be set up on their own factory, producing constantly. So I have a constant flow of supercomputers, computers, the speed connectors, the IA modulars. They'll have their own factory. But that's down the line. That's another day. That's another story. So what I was doing here, if you want, we'll fill in the next one. So I'll fill in these 5 here. Now the one thing I have to check is what is the limit now for the belt length. Will I get down to the end here and start the next row? Ooh. Oh, it will. It will. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that's great. That's going to work out absolutely brilliant for me. Now I plan on this. No, it won't actually. I'll put. Alright. So this next one is going to start here. It's going to be there. You'll be able to see this here. Disconnect that. And that's going to be that. Now the only problem is this is not going to reach the bottom. No. So what we're going to do is, how many tiles is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3. So we'll have one right here at the end of this one. 7 first. That nice in line here. Then get the 8 in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's it. Then I'll get the top row in first. It's easier to start with the top row. Actually, what I must do is get rid of this one. This one is in my way. Get rid of this as well. I could have spaced these out a bit more, but I want them in nice and tight, so I'll have the space down the middle now to either drive the truck up or down. I can use it as a through road to get one side of the factory to the next. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So 6. Get these ones up. These belts, these Mark IV look so heavy duty. Now with these ones, I don't think I'm going to ever upgrade them, because if I was to come up here and try and get into the gaps, I'm not sure how I'd do it, but it would be difficult. I don't think it'd be easy to do. And now the next thing is we get this one lined up here. This one's going to be 4 high. And again, these connected up. That to there. That to there. Come on, connect it there. And that to there. So then it's just a step of repeating it again. That one there. Get this one in place. These are always that. Oh. Fine, those are hard ones to get in. Just trying to get them right. So that's only 4 high because they're all going to take a step up from here. This one's going to run out here. Then we start again. The next row. Oh, is that the right place? Nope. This is only going to be 2 high. Yeah, I think this would be fun trying to upgrade all of these. There's so many little segments. That's 15. Am I getting it right now? So we are looking at there's going to be 18. 6. And 7. Oh, no, I don't need to go another. Don't need another high one. Wow! Look at this! There's all the belts running off. And so the funny thing is, if I want to access up here, I can run up and down the top. Some storage. It's going to be absolutely madness here when it's finished. But again, this game is all about automation. It's if you don't automate everything, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. And it's about automating in bulk. Because the materials you produce are so... You can produce so many. It's not a case of you can produce some. You can just indefinitely produce the goods. Non-stop. This one up now. Oh wait, there's only be 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can take the top one off here. Because again there's 18. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now I'll have to put another one here because I think that's... Are they? Oh no! No! Oh, they're all off! Oh, I'm speechless. They're all off by a small... Oh my god! Alright. I'll see you in a minute when I've these ones done. I'm gonna do these ones as well down here before I jump back, bring you back on again. Oh, I have to take all this apart. I have to redo it. Yeah. Okay. Suck it up! Let's go. See you in a second. So what do you think? Am I mad? Because... I think I am absolutely... nuts to actually do something like this. 72 storage containers. 36 either side. 36 here looking at it. So there's 5, 10, 15, 18 on the right, 18 on the left. And I have the 2 belts here. Traveling. Whee! And here's the middle. You can see it here. Up here on top. Just look at this. Oh my god. Oh, I think I'm mad for doing something like this. Oh, wow. And that's the start of it. Oh, Jesus. I'll be tired of pointing and clicking by the end of this. So, that's the middle part done. That's not even the backside. Oh my god. I think at the... How am I going to do the backside? Oh man, if I... Potentially, I want to have up to 4 of these. Alright, we're going to see how deep... How deep does the rabbit hole go? Now I want to walk in space between the wall because I want to be able to go down and upgrade the belt if I need to. So that's 3. Whoop. Get up there. Bit too close. 4. One, 2, 3. That is 5, and I still have this ton of space out here. But I could potentially use the end of this for getting a lot of the belts in and sorted if I need to. I could start the... See, generally I have to nearly do the same system again on the back here. I want to... The plan is that... or maybe not. I'll have to see how it works. I think generally, I think I'm... Alright. I think I'll put 1 more on the end of these. Right, get out of the menu there. So, we're going to have... something like this. Ooh, I definitely put... I have to check something now. I think I put that way too close. So I'm going to put 1 here. And see, can I upgrade it? Yes, I can. And I can actually... Can I move? I can. I can move down between the 2 of them. So that's perfect. So that's not too close. So I'll have to just line up the rest looking exactly like that. That's a lot of reinforced. That's a lot. That's a lot of placing, and these three here are going to have only 4 because I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to have them all in line. I'm not going to have these things, each one differently. Right. And then once I get all of those placed, I have to then wound these upstairs and devise the system for upstairs. So what I'm going to do next actually is I'm going to start getting all of these guys placed. Because if I get all of those placed, I can start getting all the materials into them. So generally I have material everywhere, upstairs, down here, I can start piping them in. Now I'm going to sort them by tier. I'm not going to store any ores, but I'm going to store everything that's produced from the ores, but not ingots. I'm not going to use ingots. I'm not going to use ingots or the pure ore. Now, technically, I'll have pure coal, and I might do pure iron because I might do pure iron and 9 ingots because I'm just thinking of steel, because steel requires coal and iron. You can either be with the alternate recipe, you can have either pure iron ore, or you can have iron ingots. I was just going, oh, my concrete has run out, so I purposely let that run down because it's easier to get these. I need to start letting a lot of these run out so I don't have to move them. I'm going to have to, there's 4 more containers of concrete over here. I wonder, can I just connect this? Will it just go straight through? It will. That's perfect. Now I'm going to have to bring that over here. And I'll just disconnect this. Bring that down to there. I'm going to upgrade. I can't just watch that creep along there like that. I don't have enough. I don't have enough reinforced. Oh well. We'll leave it as it is. Get up there. So we leave that as it is. That'll empty out those 3 as well. Because I'm just letting the ones upstairs keep manufacturing while I'm doing the downstairs here. So it'll be a case of once I have all of these laid out, I can start feeding. I'm going to disassemble everything upstairs and feed all of these, everything I have in storage, into these. And I'll have to clear out all of this here to really extend out the factory here this side. Look at this, you can see this is stopped. Has this stopped? How are we getting on up here? Just do a brief look at our manufacturing. How is this one getting on here? Yeah, the circuit boards are still the bottleneck there. They're okay. The modular frames. How's our, what's this, high-speed connectors? No, there's no bottleneck there. So you can see they're overproducing, which is great. They've finally caught up. They've just caught up. So now they're going to start feeding in there. And the computers, because the circuit boards are the bottleneck down here, the computers are the bottleneck for our supercomputer. And how are our computers getting on here? Not too bad. See what I mean? Like my system downstairs is going to have a couple of them completely empty. And they're just going to have to travel through the whole lot. Because I'm going to standardize the system. It's going to be the same for every product. This is 2.5 containers. That's working away. As I said, it's going to be standard for all of them. Because down the line, really, it could be a part that I need tons of supercomputers and tons of computers. So I'll have to actually produce as many as I can and just Like, I'd have to maybe at some point be looking at producing maybe 20 or 30 of those and 20 or 30 of these per. Down to 5 at max. I'd have to have 4 of these. That's 8 circuit boards. But that's for another day. Another day. After all the madness, if I'm not mad enough producing this here. Anyways, what I'll do is I'm going to put in all the containers. I won't be able to fit them all because they're all junk. But I'll get in all the containers as much as I can fit on either side. Connect them all in. And then I'll bring you back in to see how we're getting on. See you in a second. Or in my case, a couple of days. Wait. I'll just do this one for the first one. There. And last. There! Our first item is concrete. There's a bit of a crossover with the belt, but look it, no one's watching. So, I'll show you what I haven't got this side fully finished yet. But if we go over here, I have, wait till you see this. Oop, oop, oop. I haven't done the calculations yet, but my god. 6 rows for each item. 6 rows of double height. Those large storage containers, Mark II storage containers. And when I get it all finished, I'll do all the calculations and I'll be able to tell you how many stacks of each product potentially we can hold. Now there's going to be, there's 2 rows, I think there's 3 rows here because these stones won't have the full, or 3 rows, yeah, won't have the full 5, but I don't mind. I don't think one will fit in here. I think I tried in here and it wouldn't. No, it won't fit in here, so. Will it fit out the far side though? Will it fit here, one side of it? It will. It's good actually. So it just won't sit there. I can't get to anywhere to sit here either. Now I just have to finish this row of what I can do of it and then stick all my connectors or my belts, connecting them all up, and that'll be both sides finished. Oh, I'm nuts. It's actually just over an hour since I last talked to you. Since I last brought you back in. We've placed all of these containers since then. So, again, I'll see you when I get this finished. I'll bring you back in and show you what it all looks like. And I've done a few calculations as well, telling you how many stacks I can store in this system. See you in a second. I've all done. I've all built. All 36 rows, or 72 separate items. So I'll be able to store 72 separate items. As I said, I'd have figures ready. So 72 multiplied by 6 containers each. Now there's some that, there's the odd few that don't have the 6 because of stones here and there. So first of all, 72 rows, different items. 36 on each side, each with 6 rows. That's 800. Is it 864 containers? No, 70. Oh, I've done this wrong. I've done my calculations wrong. 72 by 6, 12. Oh, I was doing it with a. So half of what I've there. So divide that by 2. That's 20, 0, 5, 3, 6. Yeah, half. I done my calculations wrong. So the 72 rows, 72 separate items altogether, with 6 containers each. Each container can store up to 48 stacks of items in each container. So it's 432 containers altogether. That means there's, if my calculations right, I've done it longhand, I used pen and my head. That's nearly 20,536 stacks of items. Now that's not including some stacks have 50, some have 500 per stack. So I'm not taking that into consideration at all. So just as a basis, there's 20,536 stacks of items in this storage system. Just look at the endless rows. Come on, get on top. Yeah, it'll go on top on certain points. Look at all the rows. So I have all the belts connected up, as you can see as well. There's a hole in the roof here. But that's this part of the storage system done. Come on, go across. So the next stage now is I will be piping in everything I have being produced at the moment into the system. So I've started with the cement on this side. So I'll be separating it by tiers. So at this side, first of all, I'm going to do the cement, then have all, maybe my copper. So my copper wire is going to be in this one, then my cables, then I'm going to have all the metal products that's specifically just metal. So that is the plates, the bars, the screws. Is there 4 different items? There's 3 there at the moment. Then you have the rotors. The rotors are specifically just metal. You have the reinforced steel plates are just metal. And then I'm going to start with the steel on the opposite side. I might do the caterer in the first container, and then I have 3 steel products. So the steel pipes, steel beams, and the reinforced these guys here. What are these guys called? Reinforced beams? Industrial beams? Encased industrial beams. And then I'll have my 3 oil products, which are these 3 here. I'm not going to store the likes of containers and stuff. And then I'll have to start looking at then the other tier items, the larger tier items, like the, what's the ones over here? The stators, those AI ones here, and so forth. And then organize them all, that they're all in storage downstairs. I have to move all of these down here, and even those guys that just passed me by there. What are they called? It's in this one here. Go back. There's this machine here. Dunk. Circuit boards. And then I have the 4 items upstairs, pre-produced in industrial. What do you call those? Steel frames. Reinforced steel frames. The computer. The high-speed connectors. And then the supercomputers. So I'll put all of those into storage downstairs. And that means that I'll be clearing all of these out of the ways. All of these assemblers, manufacturers from these 2 rows. And that'll be fun. Clearing up all of that. But that's part of the process. That's part of getting this crazy hub up and running. So I might start moving some of the stuff between now and the next video. And getting some of them connected up at least, so I can start clearing away a lot of the stuff that's out here. Then the next video we'll have to look at the next part we have to do, which is getting the hub and the space elevator sorted out upstairs. That's another thing, so we'll take a look at that the next day. I hope you'd enjoyed looking at me building this absolute nuts of a storage system. I don't know why I built it, but just to have it, that's now I've got space for 20,536. God, it's nuts. So I've had space for about 20,536 stacks of items, and my aim will be to fill each item, have a full section of its items. What's that per? So that's in one of them. That's 48 by 6. That's 300, 292 items, 288, 288 stacks per item in each row. If you take into consider it has 6 large containers on each. So that's it for today. Again, I hope you liked me building this crazy storage system. In the next couple of videos now, we'll just have to be adding onto it and building this whole crazy hub and getting it assembled and getting it ready to roll. Then it'll be expanded out and finalizing all the other production lines and getting them efficient. Again, I'll have getting all of these, the likes of these ones, 100% efficiency in certain factories around the map. Well, this section of the map anyways, I'm not going to go too far. And so again, we'll see you later. Have a nice evening, and slán.